Well, this week marks the beginning of a new chapter with the official rollout of the new buyer's agency rules from the Department of Justice and NAR. And that's got me thinking a lot about the current state of our industry. And I wanted to share with you guys some of what I believe is coming just around the corner that's going to impact every one of you and your businesses. And there's really two things. The first is about a major fork in the road, and the other is about the coming market. And both are going to result in sizable shifts in our business, and I believe are going to define the next 5 to 10 years of the real estate marketplace. I'll call the first idea the Great Divide. So I want to impress upon you guys the gravity and size of the change that's about to hit the industry. And just to get your heads wrapped around the impact this is going to have on realtors, both positive and negative. You know, we've been talking about the NAR lawsuit and buyer's agency and coming commission changes for several months now. And from the beginning, our tone's been quite clear. We've got this. Our team's way ahead on the topic, and frankly, we've been training buyer's agency for 2 decades. And our relational approach to sales means that the people we work with and for want to see us paid for what we provide. We're prepared for this change better than any of our competitors out there. The change ahead is no big deal. But there's another side to this coin that I want you to know is a big deal. In fact, it's a huge deal. And that's the reality that although our team is way out ahead of this, and that agents remaining committed to our relational business model will keep earning based on the immense value that they do create for their clients, this is not true for many, maybe most agents in the market. Not everyone is positioned or prepared for these changes, and not everyone will survive this. And as callous as this may sound, that's great news. Guys, there's a coming shift in the market that a significant number of part-time and aging or just stuck in their ways realtors simply aren't prepared to navigate. And there's a significant share of the market about to shift around as a result of that. Guys, I think it's pretty safe to bet that a large percentage of the 1.5 million licensed realtors and nearly 3 million licensees in the US will not be selling real estate in the next few years. That attrition isn't going to happen overnight, but it will happen. Just coasting, sipping lattes and showing homes is no longer going to be an option. A lot of agents at the latter portion of their careers will decide that this change is simply not worth adapting to. And the market share that these agents presently hold will shift to a new generation of market leaders. There is a fork in the road, and it's just around the corner. And the changes coming to our industry are seismic enough to create a significant divide between those of us willing to do the hard work to shift into this new era and those that aren't. A great divide. Scary for some, pretty exciting for others. And whether you like or dislike, agree or disagree with the coming changes simply doesn't matter. Change is coming. And change always means shifts in market share. Bad for some, good for others. It's the beautiful and ugly truth of business. And every one of you will be given the opportunity to decide on which side of the divide you fall. I really want you guys to get your heads straight on this. The coming changes will usher in much more than just structural changes to how we operate. This is a whole new era for our industry. And with that will be an immense opportunity for the adaptable, the disciplined, and the hardworking. The second shift that you should all be equally excited about is the coming turn in the market itself. You know, it's been 2 years now since the market officially turned downward on the heels of the first rate hikes way back in mid-2022. And it's been 1 year since we hit 7% rates last July. Guys, it's 2 years of almost 30% declines in real estate sales volume, from 6.2 million sales annually down to about 4.1 million last year. And we all know the reasons why. We've been talking about inflation and mortgage rates and affordability ad nauseum now for almost 2 full years. But it's time to acknowledge that this much needed correction to the market is likely coming to an end sometime in the near future. We don't know when rates turn. It was scheduled for the summer, but the Feds held the line for a little longer. And they likely should have. It could be this fall, but more probably at the end of the year. Heck, for all we know, it could be next spring or summer. It really doesn't matter. At some point, the rate hikes will have done their work. Prices will have sufficiently softened, inventory will have sufficiently grown, and inflation will be more in check. And when that happens, the rates will begin to come down, period. How low they go also doesn't matter. it's likely not going to be all that low. Maybe only 50 basis points down to 6.5% 30-year rates. Maybe 100 basis points down to 6% rates. We aren't sure, but it will be downward. And when that happens, coupled with softening prices and increased available inventory, one thing is almost entirely certain: sales volume will go up. It's entirely reasonable to assume that sales in 2025 will increase back to 5 million units nationally, and that's a 25% increase in sales. Not astronomical, but very impactful. It doesn't take a rocket scientist or a fortune teller to see what's around the corner here. Demand's been suppressed for 2 full years now, and those would-be buyers and would-be sellers didn't die or get unmarried, unhave children, or get undivorced. The reasons that they wanted to move then are still in play now. They just needed to pause. And the reasons that have been holding them back are about to go down. And that also is something to be accepted. Now, I want you to consider the combined reality of these 2 shifts. If what I'm saying is to be believed, then we're about to enter a whole new era of real estate, opening the doors for a significant shift in market share for the adaptable, resilient, and hardworking among us. Some agents are about to significantly increase, and the market is inching closer to an environment where the significant bottleneck to sales is about to loosen up, freeing up significant pent-up demand. In other words, not only are certain agents about to get a bigger percentage of the pie, but the size of the pie is about to get notably bigger, and that is a big deal. If you aren't excited about what's going on in our industry, you might just be missing the big picture amidst all the clutter and the noise about commissions and lawsuits. My hope is that you can see what I see, and that's opportunity. Guys, we know the winning formula. Remember that you're in the people business. We place relationships over transactions. We provide remarkable client experiences as if every client was our only one, and we always take the high road. Now is the time to double down on what we know our clients actually need and deserve. There's some new obstacles in the road, but they're there for everyone. So the work to be done is to hold the line on the things we know matter to the people we serve, while navigating these new obstacles better than our peers. And whoever pulls this off wins big. As always, if I or our team can help you guys in any way, please let us know. We're excited about the opportunity that the next several months is going to bring, and we're eager to help you guys prepare to be on the winning side of the changes ahead. Thanks for listening. Let's do this.